All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's invite the first speaker of the government team, Miss Quinza. Miss Quinza, time is yours.
Okay. Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, educator. Introduce, my name is Quinza as a first speaker from government team. First of all, I would like to thank the judges for giving me opportunity to deliver my argument about the motion. The House agreed that online shopping is better than offline shopping. Secondly, I would like to thank the audience who have come here today. I would like to deliver my argument about the motion. The House agreed that online shopping is better than offline shopping. In reality, online shopping is the physical analogy of buying products from afar, or we no need to come to their store. Moreover, online shopping usually in the form of application, such as Shopee, Tokopedia, Grab, and many more. In addition, offline shopping is when you go to a physical store to buy things. You can touch it, see, and sometimes you can try the items before you buy them, such as Alfamart, Uniqlo, H&M, and many more. Okay, judges, with that, me as a government team support the motion about the House agreed that online shopping is better than offline shopping. And I have four reasons why I support the motion. The first reason is in online shopping, we can easily find the discount than offline shopping. In fact, when you open the online shopping app, you can easily find many discounts given, such as 50% discounts, buy one get one free, or even free shipping. My second reason is providing easy access for people with disabilities to shop from home. Nowadays, based on World Health Organization, there are 1.3 billion people with disabilities in the world. So, by using online shopping app, they will easily shop from home and they no need to go outside because an online shopping store is very limited facilities for people with disabilities to shop comfort. Next, my third reason is with online shopping app, we can save a lot of time. Let me tell you something. People has their own activity and mostly they don't want to waste time to go to the store just to shop for a thing. With online shopping app, people can save more time. Example, me as an employee just have 30 minutes to have lunch, and my office is very far from any restaurant and mall. Instead of having directly to the restaurant, we can just open online shopping app and click what we want for lunch. You don't have to wait for a long time. Then the driver will come to your office and gives you your lunch, and that saves more time. My fourth reason is it makes sellers easier to share what we sell with people around the world because online shopping uses the internet. Reaching people all over the world is easier for seller and easier to sell to the wider public. Based on Statista data, over 5 billion people around the world using internet. So it's easier for seller to find potential customers. Okay, judges, I would like to remind you about my points why we support the motion. My first point is in online shopping, we can easily find the discount than in offline shopping. My second point is providing easy access for people with disabilities to shop from home. My third point is we can save a lot time if we use online shopping app. And my last point, or my fourth point, is making sellers easier to share what we sell with people around the world. All right, ladies and gentlemen, educator, by closing my argument, me, as a first speaker from government team, support the motion that the House agreed that online shopping is better than offline shopping because online shopping gives positive impact for us. And with online shopping, we can use effectively and we can help people with disabilities. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, educator, the House believes that with this, we can win the debate. Thank you.
Right, nice. The first speaker of the government team spends 4 minutes 37 seconds. You ready for the second round, for the second phase?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So have you prepared for the opponent argument?
Yeah, I prepared for the opponent.
Okay. So without further ado, and then next we invite the first speaker from the opposition team, Miss Quinza. Time is yours, Miss Quinza.
Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, adjudicator. Introduce, my name is Quinza from opponent team. First of all, I would like to thank the judges to giving me an opportunity to rebut the previous speaker about the motion. The House agreed that online shopping is better than offline shopping. Moreover, online shopping is action or activity of buying goods or services over the internet. In online shopping, you can't meet the sellers and you can touch or try the items before you buy. In addition, offline shopping is the experience of being physically present in the market and shop, and you can meet the sellers in the store and you can touch or sometimes try the items before you buy. In online shopping, we not only can see In offline shopping, we not only can see, touch, or try the products before we buy it, but also we can avoid the scam and be able to socialize with the wider community. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, educator, the previous speaker from government team was failed to deliver her reason about why she support the motion about the House agree that online shopping is better than offline shopping. First, she said that with online shopping app, people can easily find many discounts given. However, in offline shopping store, we can easily find many discounts too. We can read the flyers given by the store employee, or we can ask the store employee. We can ask like this: what discounts are there right now here? And then employee answer, and then we can easily find the discount. Second, the previous speakers say that online shopping can provide easy access for people with disabilities to shop from home. This is not true, and this is dangerous. If people with disabilities just stay at home for a long time, they will eventually become stressed and even depressed. The worst thing is, if they feel stressed and even depressed, they could commit suicide because of depression. So, people with disabilities also need to go outside from their home and socialize with the community. Next, her third reason is she said that with online shopping, people can save a lot of time. And she gives an example. An employee only have 30 minutes for lunch and his office is far from any restaurant or mall. Actually, he can ask a staff to help him order some food for him. Or he can ask his friend from the same office to have lunch together. With that, he can socialize more and make more friendship. If he always orders food from online shopping app, he can socialize with his office friends and he can make friendships. Fourth, fourth, she said that online shopping app makes sellers easier to sell what they sell. This is dangerous. If seller sells their products online, this could lead to criminal acts or even suspicion from sellers and customers. The sellers could fake the products they sell and take the product's photos from other place because customer can touch and see directly the products they want to buy, and this can result in a scam. And the customer can also falsify the products he received with other products that did not come from the store he bought it from, so that his product will be replaced with a new product. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, adjudicator, I would like to remind my point about my rebuttal for the previous speaker. My first point is we can also easily found more discount in the store by asking the staff or read the flyers that given by itself. The second point is my second point is staying at home and only buying things online will have a negative impact on the psychology of people with disabilities. Next, my third point is if we don't have time to go to the restaurant or mall to buy foods or lunch, we can just stay in the office and have lunch together with our friend, or we can ask a staff or to buy our lunch. And my third point is if sellers sells their product online, it can cause suspicion and crime for sellers and customers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, educator, by closing my rebuttal, me, as a speaker from opponent team, disagree with the motion that the House agree that online shopping is better than offline shopping because online shopping gives negative impact for us. And with online shopping, we can socialize with the community and avoid scams. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, adjudicator, the previous speaker from government team has failed to deliver her points about why she supports the motion, and the House believe that with this we can win the debate. Thank you.
Wow, it is 5 minutes, 38 seconds. Good. 5 minutes, 38. Wow. So you improve your speaking length around 1 minute, 1 second. Okay, very nice. Actually, the way you deliver the arguments and the way you deliver, the way you talk as a debater is very in order. Yeah, it's very detailed and chronologically. You talk in order, very good. And I only want to give you a suggestion. There is one suggestion for you. As an opponent team, yeah, as an opponent team, you have your job. Yeah, the first one is rebuttal. Okay, rebut the whole arguments from the opponent team, from the government team. Yeah, and then after that, when you finish rebutting, then you give the strong or you emphasize that their definition has totally wrong. They have a wrong definition or they have incorrect definition. So let me define or let me give or let me redefine the motion, okay, after rebutting. All right, and after that there is one thing that you forgot. Actually, when you rebut the whole argument from the government team, yeah, it means that you do not agree with their argument. Yeah, so you rebutting, you convince the adjudicator that no, the argument were totally incorrect because blah 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 blah. Yeah, but actually that was only the rebuttal. Yeah, however, you forgot one thing. You forgot to deliver your own argument. Okay. Now, so as the opponent team, you have a double job. Yeah. First, you against the government team's opinion first. When you finish against those opponents team's argument, yeah, by giving the explanation and the reason and the example, and after that you back as the real debater. Yeah, you have to remember your main job. So I need to convince the educator with my own argument as an opponent team. Okay, now so on the link back, you still delivered the same ideas, yeah, like the rebutting, yeah, like the rebuttal. However, I hope you could deliver the new perspective or the new point of view or the new arguments from the opponent team. Yeah. For example, the government team said find more discount. Yeah. And you have done rebutting by your own reason, and also you gave the example. Yeah. However, that was not your own point or your own argument. Yeah, it was different. Yeah, it is rebutting the previous government team's opinion. Nah, so what is your own argument? Okay, let us think. What is the argument if you support offline shopping? Can you mention? All right. Now, this is one tips for you. Now, because sometimes we feel so difficult to think, what's next? What's the next argument? Yeah, because we have in the same time we need to rebut with the logical reason. Yeah, that logical reason is not our own argument. Yeah, because it is the response of the government team's argument. So we rebut, we convince their argument by no, your argument is incorrect because of blah 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 blah. Okay, and then you do the same thing with the second rebuttal, third rebuttal, and up to the last rebuttal, right? And after that, when you finish, then you think as a debater. So what is my own argument, right? As the opposition team, okay? Yeah. Now, here's the tip, the tips and trick. Yeah. If you think that I have no idea about the next opposition, the next argument, yeah, as the opposition team. Now, you can elaborate your point of view. Okay, you can elaborate your point of view. For example, you can take a look at to the point of view as the customer. You can look at, you can take a look on the point of view as the seller, yeah, or you can take a look at the point of view as a driver, or as the society, yeah, or as a government. Why? Because when you step back, yeah, when you step back and then you take a look at from very different perspective, like from the government, from the society, from the seller, and from the customer. Yeah, so you can see clearly what I haven't delivered yet. Yeah, now step back and then you can see clearly, oh yeah, I can discuss on the point of view of the customer. I can discuss on the point of view of the seller. I can discuss from the point of view of the society. I can discuss from the point of view of the government. Yeah, or anything, any what is it? Any parties. Yeah. For example, like what is it, like UMKM, yeah, or like small community, yeah, or whatever. So you can mention what point of view you can see, yeah, in discussing your own argument. For example, okay, the educator, so in this time, I would like to deliver my points or my arguments based on 3 points or based on 2 points. The first thing, on the point of view of the economic, or on the point of view of the buyer, or on the point of view of the society. Nah, sekarang tinggal di elaborate. Kalau point of view dari society ya, dari apa, masyarakat. Kira-kira masyarakat kita gimana ya? Masyarakat kita itu bentuknya atau kondisinya seperti apa? Apakah mereka well educated for this system, for the online system? Atau mereka tidak aware dengan those kind of mechanism, online mechanism, gitu. Harus di explain lagi, ya kan? Nah, itu dari point of view society. Gimana di society kita? Well educated for those kind online mechanism or online system, or they are not aware, or they are not well educated for those kind of online system. Iya kan? Kalau kita lihat aja dari masyarakat, masyarakat tuh ada jenisnya banyak, ya kan? Ada yang Gen Z, ya kan? Mereka sangat terbiasa untuk interact with the technology. Tapi kalau baby boomers, gitu kan? Tapi kalau misalnya yang orang tua, gitu, belum tentu. Lalu dari lokasi, ya lokasinya di mana nih? Di kota besar bisa, ya. Tapi kalau yang di kota kecil, gimana nih? Yang jauh dari dari pusat kota. Apakah itu spend time nggak sih untuk for the distribution? Nah, spending time kan. Nah, itu juga bisa kita gali lagi. Lalu dari sisi apa lagi ya? Dari sisi seller. Seller kayak gimana sih? Seller kan macamnya banyak ya, gitu. Gitu kan? Tapi kalau seller yang makanan bisa dipegang-pegang. Kalau offline, gitu kan? Nggak boleh, makanan nggak boleh dipegang-pegang sebelum beli, ya kan? Beli dulu, baru dikasih makanan, ya dikasih baksonya beli dulu, gitu kan? Gitu. Tapi kadang-kadang kalau makan bakso makan dulu baru bayar, gitu kan ya. Nah, tapi kalau di restoran atau nasi padang boleh nggak dipegang-pegang dulu, ya? Kalau udah dipegang-pegang, oh nih kayaknya oke nih ikannya, kayaknya banyak dagingnya nih, oke. Kita pilih yang nggak boleh kan ya. Nah, jadi we can differentiate on the point of view the customer, the seller, the society, yeah, from the point of view on the economic Indonesian economic life, or the, ya banyak banget lah, dari infrastruktur, bagaimana infrastrukturnya ya, kalau misalnya online sudah mensupport belum, gitu ya. Kalau offline udah mensupport belum. Kalau ada offline nih, ya, toko toko itu jauh nggak dengan pemukiman penduduk, gitu ya. Banyak pokoknya. When you join on a debate competition, there's no actually there's no wrong, or there is no incorrect argument. Yeah, both of them are debatable. Yeah, because what we need, we as the educator, what we choose is the one who can elaborate their points, their arguments by deep analysis and convincing delivering. Ya, gitu. Jadi masih banyak banget lagi yang bisa kita gali. Ya, ingat for the opponent team, when we rebut with the reason, yeah, it's not our main argument. However, we can think differently from the government arguments, yeah, to step step back, and then we can see from the different perspective or different point of view. Gitu ya. Nah, tadi udah bagus banget gue. Gue nggak lupa untuk bilang, but actually the previous speaker was totally failed, yeah, to deliver or to convince the argument, ya, bla 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 bla. Nah, itu udah poin bagus. Kenapa? Karena you can rebut by convincing the adjudicator by providing the logic reason, gitu ya. Reasonnya apa tadi? Offline shopping juga dapat diskon kok, tinggal ditanya aja mbaknya, gitu kan ya. Nah, apalagi kalau misalnya ke mall, offline shopping kan, ya. When we go to the mall and shop and do the shopping at the mall, so it is offline shopping and we can still get a discount. So ini the opponent team, rebuttal dari opponent team itu menang. Kenapa? Karena oh iya ya, saya baru kepikiran ya, dia dapat diskon juga gitu. Gitu ya. Nah, Queen, selanjutnya saya mau sharing aja. Kan Queen sudah bisa dapat 5 menit 38 detik gitu ya. Tinggal ditambahin sedikit lagi, ditambahin 1 menit lagi deh Queen. Jadi 6 menit 38 detik, 1 menit lagi. Nah, Queen bisa tuh dapat nilai tinggi. Kenapa? Karena hampir menyentuh limit ya. So you can speak very smoothly, yeah, in almost 7 minutes, yeah. Do not speak more than 7 minutes, yeah, because it will decrease your score, yeah. Nah, 6 minutes 30 seconds, yeah, it's good. 6 minutes 40 seconds, yeah, it's better, yeah. 6 minutes 50 seconds, you need to stop. Yeah, please stop, because sometimes 10 seconds is very fast to say thank you, right? So you need to stop. Okay, now here we go. What debaters do. Nah, this one, actually the way you deliver your argument have done perfectly, yeah, but I just want to remind and I just want to emphasize something, so you can always remember what you need to do as a debater, yeah. Now, if you are the government team, the thing that you need to do is first setting up the argument, yeah, define the motion, giving the limitation. Define the motion first. When you read the motion, okay, I'm the government team, as the first speaker of the government team, this house believe that blah 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 blah. When finishing state the motion, then we can directly define the motion, okay? So the honorable adjudicator. So let me let me deliver the definition of the motion is that blah 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 blah. And when you finish defining the motion, don't forget to give your limitation. Yeah. What is limitation? Limitation is your scope. Yeah. So this discussion will focus only on several points. Yeah. So you need to limit this discussion to several point of view or several points. For example, ladies and gentlemen, so this debate will be limited. You can say that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this debate will be limited on, now you can mention the limitation. For example, we can limit this debate on first, only for the people who live in a big city. Okay, that's all, for example. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, today we would like to give the limitation on this motion. We are going to discuss focus on the people who live in the big city. Why? Because tell the reason. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? When you finish, then the opponent team must follow your limitation. Yeah? So the opponent team cannot discuss the different limitation. For example, they, as the opponent team, cannot define, okay, it will take a long time if we go to the offline shopping. If we do offline shopping, yeah. Now, because blah, 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 blah. But actually, when we think that, for example, if we discuss outside of the people who live in a big city, for example, people who live in district area like Baduy, yeah, like Baduy citizen, yeah, like Baduy society, by Baduy people who live in the rural area. So we cannot discuss Baduy. Why? Because the government team has clearly defined or clearly give the limitation. Yeah, they limit the focus only on the people who live in the big city. Yeah, so the opposition team must follow the limitation of the government team. The opponent team cannot discuss, for example, cannot discuss or cannot take an example for the Baduy people who live in a rural area. No, they cannot make it as the argument. Yeah, they cannot make it as their rebuttal. Why? Because the government team has already stated clearly the limitation. Okay, now this limitation is very useful because we need to restrict our argument, yeah, so we can focus giving the example, giving the logical reason, yeah, so the opponent team cannot ruin our argument or our reason, yeah, gitu. Because why they cannot ruin our reason? Because we have already limit. We say this because we limit this debate on only on the people who live in a big city, gitu ya. So they will the opponent team will narrow their space to rebut the government team's argument. Okay, so that is the function of giving limitation. Nah, so remind again. First, opening the statement by mentioning the motion, and after that defining the motion, what this motion mean. Yeah, what does this motion mean? And then giving the limitation. So everyone, this debate will be limited only on blah 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 blah. Okay, when we limit the debate, then we can explain the status quo. Status quo, this is very interesting and a little bit confusing, but we can discuss slowly. What does the status quo mean? Status quo means the real happen. What the real happen in our place, in our city, in our country. Yeah. So how does it look like? How does it look like in the real situation? That is the status quo. Okay. Now, for example, if we support that the online shopping is better than the offline shopping, so we can make the status quo of today, why there's so many marketplace on our phone, because of this marketplace supports the life or the time of the big city people, or busy people who live in a big city. They come to this year because they try to provide the needs of the busy people who live in the big city. Yeah. Why? Because the status quo, they are who have a very busy day, who work 9 to 5, they have a limitation time to fulfill what they need by shopping offline. So here, the provider, or here, why the online, the marketplace come to our life in 2024, because of they need to fulfill our needs based on our condition as a busy people who live in a big city. Nah, that is the status quo. Yeah. So you can add discussing status quo to span the length of your speaking. Yeah, so you can increase your time. Yeah. Nah, so you can explain the status quo. Why status quo is really necessary to be discussed? Because it can direct the educator, yeah, to follow our logical thinking. Yeah, why do we have these arguments? Because we have already take a look at to the status quo, to the what's happened, to the or what exactly happened in the real life nowadays. Yeah, that's why, because of the status quo, so we finally decide these are our arguments. Gitu. Jadi argumentsnya itu dibuat berdasarkan analisis yang benar-benar terjadi setelah kita mengamati dari status quo, dari apa nih yang sebenarnya terjadi di lapangan gitu. Nah, ini akan membuat kita punya ide-ide baru. Kenapa? Karena kita bisa sadar, bisa melihat celah nih. Di lapangan tuh kejadiannya seperti ini nih. Berarti kayaknya kita bisa nih bikin argumentasi supaya memberikan solve the problem on the status quo gitu. Ingat ya, status quo itu adalah condition, a real condition happening ya nowadays, and this status quo, this condition involves a problem. Gitu. Ya. Nah, setelah Quinza melimit, di debate kita limit ya ke orang-orang yang tinggal di kota besar, yang busy people 9 to 5 semua gitu ya. Nah, status quo-nya gimana? Oke, orang yang tinggal di di big city, they are a busy people who work 9 to 5. Gimana status quo-nya? Oh, mereka itu nggak bisa keluar di tempat kerjanya lebih dari 1 jam. Oh, mereka itu pulangnya keluar dari kantornya tuh jam 4 atau jam 5. Oh, mereka itu dari keluar kantor pulang sampai rumah sampai-sampainya jam 7 atau jam 8 malam. Nah, ya, itu status quo. Ya, setelah kita limit, kita bisa melihat status quo. Apa nih sebenarnya, gimana nih sebenarnya yang terjadi. Nah, setelah kita mendescribe status quo, lalu kita bisa lihat nih argumentasi kita mana ya yang cocok dengan si problem yang ada di status quo. Ya, problem yang ada di status quo kan orang 9 to 5 busy banget ya setiap hari, Senin sampai Jumat, mereka pulang jam 5 sampai rumah jam 7 atau jam 8. Ya, tentu mereka tidak punya waktu untuk shopping. Gitu kan? Nah, berarti ada beberapa poin nih atau ada beberapa argumen nih yang bisa kita sampaikan yang cocok untuk mewakili argumentasi kita sebagai government team. Oh, kayaknya online shopping emang bener deh, lebih baik daripada offline shopping untuk busy people. Kenapa? Ya mereka pulangnya dari mereka keluar kantor dari jam 5, pulang-pulang sampai rumah jam 8. Kapan mau shoppingnya? Kapan mereka beli kebutuhan sehari-harinya gitu. Ya. Nah, jadi status quo it is necessary to be discussed because by mentioning or describing the real problem happen on the status quo, so we can make a real or relatable argument gitu. Ya, lalu setelah defining the status quo, baru deh argumentasi kita apa aja. Oh, kita punya 3 argumentasi A, B, dan C. Oke, nah setelah itu jangan lupa Queen akan dapat POI dari orang atau dari tim lawan gitu. POI itu pertanyaan, point of information. Jadi dia punya informasi, dia punya pertanyaan yang harus kita jawab. Nah, pertanyaan yang kita jawab itu kalau bisa Queen jawab di 1 menit terakhir. Kenapa di 1 menit terakhir? Di 2 menit terakhir. Kenapa? Karena di 1 menit di 0 menit sampai 1 menit itu nggak boleh. Kenapa? Karena itu waktunya Queen untuk strengthen your own argument. Ya, you setting up your argument start from the very first time when the debate began. Ya, jadi kalau mau menjawab POI nanti aja di menit ke-5 gitu, menit ke-6 gitu. Ya. Nah, selanjutnya itu baru closing statement. Nah,
Miss, can I ask something?
sure.
Berarti nanti pas kita deliver argumen itu bakal ada yang POI, terus nanti kita jawabnya di akhir gitu.
Iya.
Oh, oke.
Ya.
Thank you.
Jadi kalau misalnya POI dia udah 3 kali ngangkat tangan, santai aja. Kenapa? Karena kita udah punya waktu. Mereka akan kita terima di menit ke-5 gitu. Kenapa? Karena menit 1 sampai menit ke-5 itu waktunya kita to to strengthen our point of view, our argument gitu. Jadi santai aja. Nanti kalau misalnya banyak yang nanya POI, langsung aja bilang yes please. Gitu. Ya. Dan satu lagi, jangan biarkan mereka menyelesaikan pertanyaan mereka. Kenapa? Karena itu wasting time kita untuk menjelaskan argumentasi kita selanjutnya. Bilang aja, oke, I got your point. Thank you. Nah, potong aja mereka ngomong, gitu ya. Karena mereka cuma dikasih waktu 15 detik. Ya, jadi jangan sampai 15 detik kalau Queen udah dapat, oh, saya tahu nih dia mau nanya apa. Udah bilang aja, oke, thank you, I get your point. So let me continue explaining my argument. Gitu. Atau, okay, I got your point, then I will answer your question later on after explaining my argument. Gitu. Ya, jadi biarkan mereka rusuh di depan kita, tapi kita tetap santai dan tetap fokus. Kenapa? Karena kita tidak terbawa situasi dan emosi yang mereka bikin gitu. Kadang-kadang mereka POI buat memecahkan emosi kita supaya kita nggak konsen gitu. Jadi lagi-lagi kita bermain cantik, santai aja, karena kita udah tahu permainannya seperti apa. Mereka akan kita berikan kesempatan di menit kelima aja. Ya, jangan sampai banyak-banyak, satu aja udah cukup. Jangan sampai 2 POI diterima, enggak, satu aja udah cukup. Gitu, kan ya? Oke.
Tapi kalau misalnya kita nolak POI itu ada maksimalnya nggak? Soalnya kan pernah baca kalau misalnya kita nolak POI lebih dari 3 kali itu kita bakal dikurangin poinnya.
Uh, bukan menolak lebih dari 3 kali sih, maksudnya gini. Kalau kita masih di menit ketiga, masih menit keempat gitu ya, kita lagi fokus-fokusnya nih bangun argumentasi kita, ya. Jadi kamu bilang aja, I'll give you a chance, or I'll give you the opportunity after I explain this argument gitu. Okay, or simply say, I will give you the time to ask later on, gitu. Let me finish my explanation, gitu aja udah.
Ya, thank you, Miss.
Nanti diterimanya satu aja, jangan tiga orang itu diterima untuk POI, gitu ya. Jadi di menit kelima, oke, any POI, nah gitu aja. Kan saya udah kasih kesempatan, saya udah berikan any POI please, gitu di menit kelima. Kalau dia nggak mau POI, ya itu salahnya dia.
Oke, Miss.
Oke, clear ya. Nah, selanjutnya, mana dia? Nah, ini dia nih. Nah, what opponent teams do? Nah, ini yang tadi Quinza lakukan ya, yang assignment yang kedua. Nah, setelah stating the motion, ya. Nah, ini kan tugasnya lagi nih ya. Setting up the arguments masih sama ya, karena ini main job nih. Define the motion, giving the limitation, explain the status quo, baru RL. Ingat ya, status quo involves a real problem gitu. Nah, tugasnya kita adalah kita lihat dari problem yang ada di status quo, apa nih solusinya, gitu ya? Apa nih problem solving yang kita deliver? Gitu. Harus ada problem solving yang kita deliver. Makanya argumentasi kita itu berangkat dari status quo. Jadi argumentasi kita itu kita desain menjadi problem solving dari problem yang ada di status quo ini. Gitu. Tapi kalau kita skip nih status quo, kita skip, kita nggak memberikan informasi ke educator bahwa sebenarnya yang terjadi di lapangan itu sebenarnya kayak gini loh. Gitu. Tapi tahu-tahu kita langsung ngasih aja argumentasi kita, online shopping lebih baik karena saving time. Ya, tapi kan nggak ada penjelasannya. Kenapa ya saving times gitu? We have no earlier explanation about the condition ya of the subject gitu. Tapi kalau kita discuss status quo, oh iya ya berarti ada problem nih di subjeknya kayak gitu, oke? Nah, selanjutnya nih ada what closing government team members do to agree. Nah, jadi kan kita itu kalau misalnya kita bukan kita bikin romantis ya. Sebentar. Ini kayaknya ada yang terlewat. Nah, kita nih di sini nih. Nah, what opponent teams do? Nah, ini adalah yang tadi ya, yang second assignment-nya Queen. Nih, pertama itu tugas kita kan ngeribat ya. Tadi Queen sudah lakukan dengan sangat baik dan detail. Nah, ada beberapa apa ya? Ada beberapa cara ya. Saya tidak mau memberikan eh, statement bahwa Queen harus pakai kalimat ini ya, gitu. Enggak. Tapi kalaupun Queen mau menggunakan ini, ya, uh, argumentasinya itu lebih terasa, gitu. Atau feel-nya itu lebih terasa kita nih sebagai Eju nih yang mendengarkan speaker apa debater ngomong, kita tuh lebih terasa. Kenapa lebih terasa? Oh iya ya, dia tadi bilang opponent team said that. Oh, berarti dia mereview ke argumen government team yang keberapa nih, gitu ya. Jadi ada alternatif. Finza bisa bilang opponent team say that, sebutkan argumentasinya yang dia bilang apa, gitu ya. Opponent team said that the online shopping is better than offline shopping because online shopping give the time efficiency for the customer who wants to get a lunch, gitu misalnya seperti itu ya. Nah, atau Quinza juga bilang opponent team claim that, ya. Jadi ada rasa gitu ya di adjudicator bahwa oh iya ya tadi si government team bilang ini nih gitu. Kenapa? Karena kita bilang opponent team claim that bla 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 bla. This is has a weak reasonable argument gitu. Atau this argument or what they claim have failed because bla 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 kayak gitu. Oke. Okay? Nah, selanjutnya nih yang ketiga, Queen bisa bilang the opponent team claim that the online shopping is better than offline shopping because of it gives time efficiency since, nah baru deh your reason ya. Selanjutnya, after seeing this evidence, there's no way we can agree with this idea. There is no way we can agree with this idea because Queen bisa tambahin argumen Queen sendiri. Nah, selanjutnya, the argument is irrelevant to the topic or to the motion because kenapa nggak irrelevant? Gitu. Seperti contohnya gini, the argument, their argument, which is online shopping gives more discount than offline shopping, is irrelevant. Yeah, because the offline shopping still can give the same, gitu ya. Nah, kalimat-kalimat ini bisa Queen gunakan, tapi gunakan apa yang membuat Queen nyaman. Ya, jadi jangan terpaku sama ini. Kalau mau pakai, silakan, monggo. Ya, nah ini tadi ya. Selanjutnya setting argument setelah ribat. Setelah itu answer opponent's question ya, answering POI dan closing statement. Nah, ini kalau kita ini posisinya gini, Queen. Kalau yang satu ini ya. Queen itu sebagai closing government team, ya kan. Opening government team misalnya dari SMA dari SMP Jakarta misalnya gitu ya. Nah, closing government itu dari SMP Queen yang ada di Bekasi misalnya gitu. Kan kalian sesama government, tapi kalian beda tim kan? Nah, tapi kan Queen, kelompoknya Queen nih sebagai closing government team harus agree dengan opening government team. Ya, kalian harus satu jalan, tapi harus provide different arguments or different point of view, gitu ya. Nah, jadi sometimes we can say yes, we agree to the opening government team. Nah, ini caranya nih. Yang pertama, Queen bisa bilang, to further understand the role of previous idea-nya itu dari opening government team argument. Nah, yaitu disebut dengan previous idea. To further understand the role of the position of the online shopping is better than the offline shopping, yeah, which is explained by the opening government team. This section or this argument explores the idea that tambahin argumen Queen yang baru gitu ya. Jadi simply say that ini loh the further understanding of the previous argument from the opening theme. Now this argument clearly explores the idea of the closing argument. Gitu. Jadi kayak apa ya? Kayak mendukung satu sama lain. Gitu. Ya. Nah selanjutnya Queen juga bisa bilang another line of thought on sebutkan argumen dari opening government ya. Lalu Queen tambahin lagi another line of thought on the online shopping gives more discount than the offline shopping. It demonstrates that sebutkan argumentasi Queen selanjutnya apa gitu yang mensupport bahwa online shopping is better than offline shopping ya gitu. Jadi memperkuat gitu. Jadi kita menunjukkan ke Ejo bahwa tadi opening government team argumentasinya bilang online shopping gives more discount ya. This idea, this claim, this argument demonstrates that argumentasi saya juga, soalnya argumentasi saya in the point of view the customer gets more than 2 kinds of discount. For example, like discount of the item price and discount of the shipping, for example. It's a 2 different discount. So, while for the offline meeting, we only get 1 kind discount. For example, the item discount. Because on the offline meeting or offline shopping, we have no shipping fee. Gitu kan? Jadi another line of thought on the online shopping gives more discount than the offline shopping. It demonstrates that sebutkan argumentasinya. Argumentasi Queen gitu ya. Yang menyatakan iya benar loh. Ada banyak diskon. Contohnya online shopping gives more than 2 discounts rather than the offline shopping, like item discount and also free shipping discount atau shipping discount kayak gitu-gitu ya. Nah, Atau simply say, I do agree with their point. I do agree with the opening government team arguments because they argument are in line with my argument. For example, we have the first argument on the point of apa, and the second argument on the point of apa, and the third argument on the point of apa. Gitu ya. Pilih aja yang paling gampang buat Queen. Ya. Biasanya gini, pilih satu aja itu udah bakalan jadi kuncian ya, kalimat kuncian. Jadi kita nggak perlu ngomong kalimat yang lain, satu kalimat aja yang membuat kita gampang untuk mendemonstrate the analysis, our analysis gitu. Ya, selanjutnya setting the argument. Tadi tuh setting the argument like defining the motion, delivering the argument, gitu-gitu ya. Lalu answering POI and closing statement. Itu kalau kita agree. Gitu. Oke, any question, Queen?
No, Miss. Thank
No.
you.
Oke. Nah, kalau nggak ada question, I will stop share. Okay. Kalau nggak ada question, so I will ask you one question. Which part is still difficult for you on delivering your whole argument?
For me is pokoknya Queen itu sering banget forgot to deliver my own point, nyampein rebuttal dan bingung mau naruh di mana, Miss.
Oh, bingung.
Iya.
Bingung mau naruh di mana? Oke. Apalagi itu aja. Oke, kita bahas itu dulu ya. Bingung mau naruh di mana? Nah, jadi gini. Kalau Queen yang jadi masalah itu ketika kita jadi opponent team ya kan. Kalau kita jadi opponent team, strukturnya gini. Pertama, ribat dulu mereka. Ya, setelah mereka diribat, kita masuk ke definisi. Kita mendefine. Definisi mereka benar nggak ya? Kalau definisi mereka nggak benar, bilang aja. They have delivered the incorrect definition. So, the Honorable Adjudicator, let me redefine the motion. Ya, this motion is blah 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 blah. Setelah defining the motion, ya, baru kita membuat limitasi. So, okay, everyone, we would like to limit this discussion, or we would like to limit this debate, ya, on apa? Ya, jadi mereka harus mendiskusikan subjek yang punya kondisi yang sama seperti subjek yang kita pilih, gitu ya. Kalau misalnya in the big city ya big city, nggak bisa kita udah limit big city tapi mereka discussnya di apa ya, di daerah terpencil ya, contohnya di daerah Baduy gitu ya. Nah, itu nggak bisa. Nah, selanjutnya kalau sudah limit, baru deh kita status quo. Kenapa status quo? Karena kita angkat dulu nih masalah yang ada. Kan kita udah limit nih, siapa ya yang mau kita tuju nih subjeknya? Oh, people who live in big city. Lalu kita tarik, ya. The problem on the status quo nowadays is they are the busy people who live in a big city. They have a work, or they have a culture to work 9 to 5, who leave the office at 4 or 5 p.m. and then they need 1 or 2 hours to go to their home. And after that, they absolutely have no time to fulfill their needs to the offline shopping or to the offline market or to the mall, for example. Why? Because Ya, bla 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 gitu. So, nah, kita angkat deh problemnya apa aja, mentioning the problem gitu dari status quo itu. Jadi, problem yang kita lihat nih, orang kota satu nggak punya waktu, orang kota kedua pulangnya aja macet gitu ya. Yang ketiga, mereka nggak bisa turun sembarangan kalau mereka naik transportasi umum. Kenapa? Karena bikin macet, begitu. Ya, kenapa? Karena kalau mereka shopping dulu di offline store, mereka akan lebih lama lagi pulangnya sampai ke rumah dan itu akan lebih macet lagi gitu-gitulah pokoknya ya. Ditambahin lagi masalahnya. Jadi kita mendescribe masalah yang terjadi sebenarnya apa ya di lapangan. Nah, itulah status quo. Gitu. Kenapa harus kita menceritakan masalah supaya argumentasi kita itu match dengan masalah yang ada di lapangan. Ya, gitu. Jadi, Eju ketika mendengarkan argumentasi kita, oh iya ya, argumentasi masuk nih. Bisa bisa mensolve problem yang ada di lapangan. Oke, jadi oh iya ya bolehlah ini argumentasinya bagus. Ya. Nah, setelah status quo baru kita deliver argument. Setelah deliver argument baru POI. Setelah POI, jawab POI singkat, udah close the statement. Ya, giving the closing statement. Gitu. Oke? Ya, coba Queen, urutannya coba disebutkan lagi.
Yang buat apa mission tadi?
Opponent team.
Opening team tuh yang pertama kita opening, habis itu kita deliver argumen kita dulu, terus nanti kita ngeribat the previous speaker. Habis sebelumnya
Ribet dulu ya, ribet dulu.
ribet dulu,
Nah,
terus nanti kita deliver argumen,
hmm,
terus habis itu nanti kita tambahin status quo, habis
limit
itu limit,
ya.
habis itu status quo, habis itu uh, problem solvingnya,
Argumen kita.
ya, argumen kita, habis itu closing statement.
Iya. Yang lagi ya. Pertama, kita state the motion. Setelah state the motion, kita divine. Sorry, kalau kita opposition team ya. State the motion, ya. Terus ribat. Setelah ribat, kita apa? Setelah ribat apa?
Setelah ribet kita nyampein argumen,
Belum.
limit,
Iya, betul. Ya, limit. Ya, setelah ribat. Masa sih limit? Enggak lah. Coba, coba, coba. Sebentar. Nih. Nah, ini dia nih. Pertama ribat, the government team. Setelah diribat, oh ini, setting up the argument itu langsung ke divine ya. Divine the motion, limitation, status quo. Ya, pertama ribat dulu, setelah itu divine motion, setelah divine motion harus ada limitasi, setelah limitasi harus ada problem of the status quo, ya kan? Problem of the status quo baru argumentasi kita dengan cara Arel tadi. Selanjutnya baru kasih kesempatan POI, dijawab POI-nya, Setelah itu terakhir kita close, giving the closing statement. Gitu deh. Jangan sampai terbalik. Pokoknya ribet dulu, setelah ribet divine motion. Jadi gini, divine limit status quo atau divine limit problem of the status quo itu nggak boleh terpisahkan. Dia mereka tidak serangkai. Ya, divine motion limit. Lalu kita jelaskan problem of the status quo. Nah, setelah problem of the status quo, nah, oke, Eju, nih saya kasih problem solving nih yang ada di argumen saya. Apa aja? A, B, C. Kayak gitu. Oke? Alright. Ada yang ditanyakan lagi, Queen?
Salah satu lagi, saya lupa nanya. Yang buat setting the argument, buat yang closing government team, yang kalau misalnya dia agree sama opening government team members, itu berarti nanti kita setting the argumentnya itu yang berkaitan sama apa yang diomongin sama opening government team gitu.
Stating apa sih closing statement ya? Closing statementnya itu ya argumentasi kita, nggak usah mereka.
Oke, Miss, thank you.
Pleasure. Jadi uh, closing statement itu udah satu paket sama uh, argumentasi problem dari status quo, ya itu udah satu paket. Jadi argumentasi kita ya berhubungan dari solving problem apa nih dari status quo yang ada, kayak gitu. Nah, kalau misalnya gini, kan kalau sebagai closing government team, kita nggak boleh tuh yang namanya discuss poin yang sama, ya. Kita boleh satu barisan, ya, satu pendirian bahwa oke, online is better than offline, gitu ya. Tapi poin yang kita deliver, argumen yang kita deliver itu harus point of view-nya harus beda. Nggak boleh point of view mereka lagi, gitu ya. Jadi kita harus melihat di point of view yang berbeda. Nah, ketika opening government team ngobrol, ya, kita catat tuh poin-poinnya. Argumentasi dia itu dari point of view apa aja sih argumentasinya dia. Supaya kita mendiskusikan delivernya itu kita berbeda dari apa yang udah mereka sebutin. Nggak boleh lagi sama. Ya. Oke. Ada lagi?
Ada, Miss.
Udah. Kalau udah, oke, untuk Queen, berarti apa ya tugasnya? Tugasnya ini aja. We will have a new motion ya. Motionnya adalah kalau kemarin kan online shopping and offline shopping gitu ya. Nah, sekarang kita akan mulai di uh, hmm, apa ya? Oh, physical sport ya, forces hmm, high apa ya? Apa ya? Physical sport gives more harm than e-sport. Nah,
Miss, boleh diulang lagi?
physical sport, physical sport gives more harm than e-sport.
Physical sport gives more harm than e-sport.
Iya. Gives more harm than e-sport. Nah, apa itu physical sport? Apa itu e-sport? You have to define. And then, don't forget, limit. Limit definisinya. Ini limit debate-nya ini dari sisi apa? Nah, terserah limitasi mah government team yang milih ya. Lalu selanjutnya problemnya jangan lupa ya. Problemnya apa aja sih untuk physical sport? E-sport itu problemnya apa aja sih? Nah, untuk tahu problemnya kita define dulu. Oh, physical sport itu adalah uh, perlombaan yang kayak gimana? Di mana? Ya, lagi elaborate the idea. What it is? Who play this sport? And when? Where? Why they play this sport? Nah, lalu begitu juga dengan e-sport. E-sport itu apa sih, bentuknya kayak gimana sih, siapa yang main, di mana, kapan, dan kenapa dia main e-sport gitu. Itu kita harus paham dulu di definisi. Nah, setelah itu baru kita limit. Ya, di sport apa nih? Gitu. Ya, di cabang e-sport apa? Gitu. Lalu atau di cabang sport yang kayak gimana nih? Kayak gitu. Kan sport kan banyak ya. Perlombaan itu kan banyak ya. Nah, Queen define physical sport sama e-sport itu apa-apa. Lalu apa yang mau Queen pilih itu di limitation. Limit dulu nih. Ya, setelah udah tahu limitnya berarti kan subjek yang mau kita omongin udah terpilih nih. Ya, baru kita jelasin. Nah, sebenarnya masalahnya tuh ini itu di lapangan. Gitu, oke? Nah, sama seperti kemarin assignment-nya ada dua. Pertama jadi government team dan yang kedua jadi opposition team. Ya, kenapa? Karena kalau kita ikut lomba, kita nggak pernah tahu ya mau jadi opposition atau government gitu. Tapi motionnya udah dikasih tahu ya kan, open motion semuanya gitu kan. Jadi cara kita setup di argument ya by thinking on the point of government and also the opposition team. Gitu, oke?
Oke, Miss.
Right, oke deh. Kalau gitu, kalau nggak ada lagi, berarti sudah cukup jelas. Kapan lagi kita ketemunya, Queen?
Hari Selasa kita ketemu lagi ya, Miss?
Selasa ya? Oke, hari Selasa berarti cuma punya 2 hari ya, Queen?
Iya,
Nah, bisa nggak ya, Queen?
insya Allah bisa sih, Miss.
Bisa ya? Oke deh. Kalau bisa, saya yakin lah sama Queen. Ya udah, kalau bisa kita stick focus on the new motion ya. So,
Oke,
jadi udah bisa sampai 5 menit 38 detik, tambahinlah 1 menit lagi ya. Jadi 6 menit 38 detik. Oke.
oke.
Alright, thank you so much and have a good evening. Ya, ya kan belum
Yes.
bersih-bersih, belum makan gitu ya. Selamat beristirahat ya, Queen. Have a nice evening. Okay. Bye. See you next time, Queen.
Bye, Miss. Thank you so much for today.
My pleasure. Saya izin live
Thank
ya.
you, Miss. Yeah.